Well, I told you this was going to happen, but now you can say goodbye to your money because retailers are already saying that they have to increase prices in order to stay afloat. Just look at this. It says some companies held off on price hikes as Trump delayed tariffs. That ends soon. It says major consumer brands like Procter & Gamble, Mondelez, and Hershey's warns that tariffs will drive up costs on everyday products from popular snacks to common household items. That is what we are about to see. President Trump has pushed back these tariffs until August 8th. We have just 1 week. Now, the expectation is that President Trump is not going to come out and say, you know what, let's just forget about tariffs. The entire plan, his agenda, is structured off of increasing tariff revenue. That means to eliminate federal income taxes or get rid of taxes for tips, for some Social Security beneficiaries through that $6,000 increase tax deduction, or even eliminate taxes on overtime pay. Those things were major and caused a lot of people, and especially Republicans, they caused them a lot of problems. But President Trump said tariffs will be the way that we fund a lot of things moving forward. Now, I want to read some of this to you. But before I do, look at this right here. It says with Trump tariff deadline 1 day away. This was actually done yesterday. This is an article from yesterday. Today, the tariffs were supposed to hit. He pushed it back until next week. It says U.S. economy's wholesalers and distributors fear the worst and plan for price increases. Now, I've talked to a lot of people and everyone says the same thing. That my Costco isn't raising prices. My Best Buy has the best prices ever. Or my Walmart is not raising prices. Well, I think they are. Look at this right here, because this is just one of those things that Walmart's doing that many other stores are actually going to follow suit with very soon.
A big announcement by Walmart. The retail giant plans to replace paper shelf labels with digital price screens in 2,300 stores, and that includes some here in our area.
Walmart has already been testing these digital price labels in some of its stores. They're using those kinds of labels yet, but even if you saw them, you might not know they're digital price labels.
Most people have no clue that Walmart is using digital price labels. That's one of the ways that they're changing prices. But this is happening in 2,300 stores so far. But what's happening in almost every single Walmart store? Well, this has many people shocked. Look at this right here.
I found out what Walmart's been doing, guys. They are taking off all the price tags, but forgot some.
You see that? They're pulling off the prices. It's $9.98 on the price tag. But look at that. They're pulling it off. Okay? And again, I'll show that to you one more time in case you missed it. Look at that. So you can see right here, that perforated edge, that's where the price is supposed to be. They're pulling them off so that they can adjust the price on the entire thing and not individual products. You're probably thinking that's crazy. That's just a one-time thing, right? No big deal. This is another video. Look at this one right here.
I've seen a video about Walmart removing.
You can see every single one of those. They don't have that perforated piece.
The little perforated price tags and raising the prices.
$5. So it went from $5 to $5.48. So it just increased by 50 cents per item. It's a $5 item. That's a 10% increase right there. This is what's happening. And again, I'm bringing this to your attention because these companies, okay, that said they held off price hikes until we saw the tariffs, this could be bad, okay? Look at this right here. It says companies behind the best known brands are sounding the alarm. Prices are going up. Hershey, Procter & Gamble, and Mondelez have said price adjustments will soon start showing up in store shelves. For shoppers, that could mean higher prices for popular items like Bounty paper towels, Reese's peanut butter cups, and Cliff bars. And it doesn't stop there. Goes on to say, Numerous companies told analysts and investors on recent earnings calls that higher tariffs are going to hike costs. In many cases, that will translate to higher prices for consumers. Concerns about inflation persist, even though price growth has come down considerably from its heights during the Biden administration. On Thursday, the Federal Reserve's favorite inflation gauge climbed more than expected. The Personal Consumption Expenditures Price, or the PCE index, a measure of consumer spending on goods and services, rose by 2.6% from a year ago. Analysts were expecting a rise of 2.5%. Okay, so what is going to happen? Well, the problem that we're going to face is we have tariffs that are going to go into effect. Some new ones, others that have already been in place and imposed on other countries for several months. So that's nothing new. But here's what is new: the increase in tariffs. The United States brought in about $30 billion in tariff revenue from just last month, from July. The expectation is we are going to potentially surpass $50 billion in August. $50 billion. We're also anticipating anywhere between $300 to $500 billion of tariff revenue over the next several months. Okay? That's actually, it's over the 2025, but we already have about $104 billion in tariff revenue, meaning there's still between $200 and $400 billion that we have yet to earn. Prices have already gone up a little bit. Guess what happens if we are anticipating tariff revenue to jump, quadruple, or even triple? It's going to be massive, okay? The amount of money that we bring in. But these companies are already saying they have been holding off on the price increases until the tariffs truly go into effect. They are going to go into effect this month, and likely in just 1 week. So here's what is happening. And we've seen this before with some smaller companies. I talked about this earlier on this week as well, that we are going to see prices rise on all goods. Not just the expensive, the appliances and the cars and things like that, on everything. Even the cheap shoes and the water bottles and things like that. Because President Trump also pretty much got rid of the de minimis loophole. Meaning if companies were buying or bringing in products less than $800, you can ship them directly to the United States. No big deal, right? You don't have to pay the tariff revenue on it, or the tariff on it. But President Trump got rid of that loophole. Every single country is going to have to pay tariffs on these cheaper items. It doesn't matter. It's not just China and I can't remember the other one. But it's not just them anymore. It's every single country. If you get an item from that country, you have to pay the tariff amount for it. Simple enough. So again, why is this important? Well, prices are rising. And we've seen it from Walmart. Walmart is one of those companies that can withstand the price increases, withstand the price hikes for a longer period of time than the smaller companies. Walmart is massive. Amazon is massive. So when Walmart and Amazon start increasing prices, that's when you know you should be worried, because that means every other retailer out there is likely increasing prices as we speak. So I want to ask you one question before you go. Are you seeing price increases or price manipulation at any retailer? If you are, let me know down in the comment section below. I'd really love to learn about it and see where this is happening, who it's impacting, and then spread the word so everybody knows what to watch out for. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.